Hey guys, this is Bring Back the Farm, and I recently put in this chimney here, and I wanted to kind of walk you through how I did it and why I chose to go with this brand of chimney. And yeah, so let's start. This is at ground level right here. You can see ground level. You can see a window well over here. I have a window well over on this side as well, and this. I had to dig this huge section out of ground so that I could drill a hole that was 14 inches by 14 inches just all the way around into my foundation, into my concrete foundation right over here. And as I sit down so I can get a better angle here, let me just kind of walk you through what I did. I bought this piece. This was actually a set. This was the Duraplus branded through the wall kit. And there's a clean out on bottom of this. This rests on the platform here that is tied into the cinder blocks. So that holds the weight of the chimney, is this piece here. And this piece sits on top of the foundation piece. And because this is below my dirt, the ground level, I just kind of built it out, and I'm protecting it from dirt falling into the middle here and stuff like that. But okay, so I put this on, and then these Duraplus 3-walled 2-inch clearance from combustible 3-foot sections of chimney pipe. You can see there's grooves right here. There's a groove here and there's a groove here, and these just kind of snap into place. You put it on and you twist it, and it locks and it seals up, and it works really well. And so I put one on there. This is 2 inches from the wall because that's the code that you have to follow. And then we have these brackets that actually hold it exactly 2 inches from the wall. Come out here, wrap around, you screw it tight. This was interesting because what I had to do is I had to drill I want to say it was almost a 1/2-inch hole through my stucco because a normal screw won't hold. And so I got these bolts that you put that spring thing on one end and you shove it through the hole, and then it opens up and it kind of butterflies back against the stucco and against the plywood and everything like that. And so those are stuck on there. I also put some outdoor silicone on here too, and in the hole, just to kind of protect it a little bit. And so you can see I use the twist chimney attachments, each pipe all the way up. I used a 30-degree angle to go from the house outside of the eave, because my eave is not wide enough to fit the chimney. And so I had to go up and around the eave and then up the chimney. And the thing is you have to have from 10 feet out. You draw a straight line from 10 feet out from the roof line, it goes over, and then it has to be 2 feet above that point, and then you're safe. And that's the clearance for the chimney, for how high you should go for your chimney. That's what the manual said for the chimney set, and so that's what I followed. I followed all of the instructions, everything like that, so this should be fine. I'm going to have an inspector come out and inspect it. All of this work will be permitted and done correctly like that, just because I don't want to burn my house down. Also, something else that's interesting here is I also put silicone all the way around this plate, and these screws, I mean, they kind of bent up or whatever, but those are the things that like pop into the concrete and expand. And so that was a little bit of a challenge. This right here, the reason why I have these cinder blocks here is primarily, yes, to support the chimney base, for all this weight that's on it, but it's mostly because I couldn't attach the base to this wall right here. I couldn't attach it to there because it requires a 2-inch clearance. The problem with this system is it expects you to put this directly on the stucco or on the siding of your house, and then you have the 2 inches of clearance from the base. But the problem that I found is this overhang is 1 inch. And so it was pushed back 1 inch. So if I would have done that directly to the wall here, I would have had only a 1 inch clearance from the chimney and the stucco. And code required that you had 2 inches. And so that's why, another reason why I chose the cinder block to tap into it, and you can see some of the bolts. I don't know if you can see it in there, it's kind of dark, but you can see some, I don't know, they're pretty far down there. You can see, so I bolted the base down, up the side on both sides so that it would be supported from the cinder block. But this is a challenge. I wish I would have done it differently. I wish I would not have used this T through the wall kit. I love everything about the kit except for the T here, because the clean out is on bottom. And it's a challenge for me to get up under there, pull it out, and then how am I going to clean it? Like, it's more challenging. Yeah, I can take the wire brush, I can twist it around and like weave it up, but it's just going to be a pain in the butt. So I think next year my project is going to be, I'm going to replace this T section here with a 90-degree angle, and then I'm going to concrete all of this in. And so the concrete base, the foundation, will hold the weight just fine, and I'll have to clean out this chimney from the inside of my house. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea, bad idea, or if you guys have any other ideas of what I could do to kind of make it easier. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. This piece here is just it's just there to protect. You can see there, and then I can reach my hand underneath. That's all came as part of the kit. I want to say I paid like $300 for that kit, and then each section of pipe. This is a 3-foot section, and that's a 3-foot section, and that's a 3-foot section, and each section was like $80-$90 just from Duraplus. I actually bought it, some of this. I bought through the wall kit from Home Depot, and that worked fine. I mean, it was cheaper than the Duraplus website, but the 3-foot sections were cheaper at their website. So just kind of remember that as you are doing this. Also, with the through the wall kit, you need at least 2 inches clearance on the inside of your house from any combustibles that also pass the cement board and brick and stuff as it enters the room. And so I made sure I had enough space for that too. But this is my chimney. It cost me about let's see, I got this piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 5. Okay, so I have 5 3-foot sections and 1 2-foot section, and it came with the cap also. So I mean, that came with the through the wall kit. Everything came with the kit except for those poles. The pole that attaches up here to the roof and the chimney. So I want to say I paid like total, including having someone come out and drill this massive hole where I got this huge piece of concrete out of. I mean, that cost me $200 total for this whole project. Probably about $1,300 is what I paid. Surprisingly, the angles, the 30-degree angles, these pieces, those were expensive. Those were way more than the pipe. And so I really had to shop around and try to find a good deal there. But yeah, those were expensive. These little brackets, they're not very expensive at all. And then the 3-foot section of pipe, depending on what you need, the 3-foot section or the 2-foot section, they cost about the same amount of money. Is kind of what I've noticed from my shopping. But let me back up here, and you might be able to see that a little better. But on the sun too. So there it is. It goes up the side of my house. It connects up here with these arms, and those are attached to the roof. And I put silicone on all the screw holes and on all the screws. And so this is a pretty solid chimney. I feel really comfortable with it. The quote I got from a local company to put up this chimney for me, and they actually suggested doing the 90-degree right here instead of this T, which I probably should have done that in the beginning, but I didn't. But they wanted like $5,000 to $7,000 plus buying the wood stove from them too. So I was gonna end up spending a ton of money for this wood stove, and I have the wood stove now, and I had the chimney in, and it was really simple. Like, the most stressful part was getting this hole cut out of my basement. That was the most stressful piece of this whole thing, but it turned out to be okay. And yeah, the inspector's coming out. It should be done. But this is Bring Back the Farm. This is my Duraplus chimney that I put in, and it's working great. So thanks for watching, and I will share with you guys more stuff as I learn it. Thanks.